It's a lot. Are you experiencing an EDS flare-up? Now what? Hi, welcome to Minerva. I'm Vera, and today I want to talk about how we experience flare-ups and what to do with them. So, disclaimer, I am not a doctor. If you are experiencing pain levels or any other symptoms beyond anything that you've experienced before, or it is having a significant impact in your day-to-day life, please go and see a doctor. I know that as disabled or chronically ill people are very good in diminishing our symptoms, but we still deserve help. On a side note, my jaw hurts quite a bit today, so I might be lisping a little bit, so just to let you know why that is. Before we get into what to do when you're having a flare-up, I wanted to take a bit of time to talk about what exactly is a flare-up. A flare-up is basically a period of time in which your symptoms are worse. That's kind of the definition. For me personally, the difference between having a high pain day and having a flare-up is that on a high pain day, I'm just in a lot of pain. But when I'm having a flare-up, all of my symptoms, and as I have Ehlers-Danlos, they're quite a bit, but all of my symptoms are a lot worse. It does take me a little bit of time to figure out that I'm going through a flare-up though. I don't know why, but it isn't always something that I register straight away. Flare-ups usually come after a busy couple of days or weeks, which is why pacing is so important for disabled and chronically ill people. But sometimes they also just come up out of nowhere, and then I find them a lot harder to deal with. How do I experience flare-ups? Bear in mind, flare-ups can look different for every disability there is, and they can even look a lot different for individuals with the same disability. If you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or any other disability, what do your flare-ups look like? And how do you deal with them? What is in your go-to bag? It is kind of difficult to remember what I experience in a flare-up when I'm not in one, because I think my brain just kind of purges the memories. But to me, I have severe brain fog, to the point where I can't even remember words and I don't understand their meaning. I slur my words and it's just very difficult to pay attention. That in turn makes me a bit moodier, a bit faster to cry and just a little bit flatter. I have a low-grade fever sometimes, but it certainly does feel like I have one. I can't regulate my temperature at all. I'm freezing, even if it's 26 degrees inside. And I just can't heat up unless I'm absolutely boiling. Sometimes at the same time. I also get cold shivers. I've often thought over the years that I had COVID when I was just having a flare-up, or well, just having a flare-up. I'm also very dizzy, to the point that I can't really sit up because I feel like I'm going to faint. I can feel like I can't breathe, or if I can breathe, that I just don't get enough oxygen. I'm incredibly fatigued, but I also just can't sleep. Sometimes that's because of the pain, and sometimes because I just can't sleep. I'm also in a lot of pain. It feels like all of my joints are being stretched into different directions, and they're being drilled into. I also can dislocate or subluxate a lot easier. But even if I don't, I'm just in a lot of pain. I can't really lie or sit or stand because of it. I also have a stomach pain and I can't really eat or drink without having to throw up. To sum it up, I just feel like I've been hit by a moving truck. I don't tell you this to make myself look sad or anything, but I hope that by telling you this, it will make it easier for you to recognize a flare-up when it's happening and makes it easier to deal with them. It can also help you to understand why my preparations and go bag look the way they do, and where yours may differ. Now that we've talked about what a flare-up is, what can we do when we're in them? Nothing. No, seriously, nothing. If you can afford to do nothing, then rest. Go and watch some shitty television, lie in your bed, sleep and rest. Give your body time it needs. Give your body time to heal. And frankly, sometimes we just need to make that option. For me personally, it's also important that I go outside as soon as I can, even if it's just sitting on a bench close to my house. But being outside is important for our mental health, and it's important that we don't neglect that. Trust that this will pass too. I know it's easier said than done when you're in it, but I'm sure that you've had flare-ups before, and they passed, and so will this one. If you do need to go to work, see if you can work from home. That way you can do it lying down or lounging in a comfortable chair. You can also take small breaks during the day. Over the years, I've collected stuff that helps me through a flare-up. Compression socks. These are the boring type that you can buy at any drugstore, but I've also found some really wonderful ones online that I'm going to order, and I will link the websites down below. Cool packs, heat packs, depending on the type of pain. But heat packs in particular are very good for heating yourself up as well. There are also tiny heat packs like hot hands or heat plasters or Ziploc pocket warmers that you can take with you. Cozy blanket. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but you could also use sheets to get that coziness in warmer weather as well. Painkillers like ibuprofen or paracetamol or Tiger Balm. Tiger Balm in particular is very good with muscle aches and headaches. Braces. I've got quite a lot, as you can see, and these aren't even all. I do really think that it helps me in a flare-up to brace my joints, because they just dislocate or subluxate less easy. Braces also help with the muscle aches that people with Ehlers-Danlos often deal with. But it is important that we don't use these all the time though, because our muscles do need to do the work as well. Killer music and killer TV. Honestly, I don't know how I would survive my flare-ups if it wasn't for Netflix or Disney. Distraction also makes the pain less. Comfy clothes. I don't want my clothes to add to my discomfort, so I make sure to wear comfortable clothes in a flare-up. These can look different for everyone. Crutches. Pretty self-explanatory as well, but you can use anything that can help you get around, like a walker or a cane or a wheelchair or an office desk chair to help you get around in the house and be more comfortable and have more rest. Snacks, both sweet and salty. Salty snacks are especially important in a flare-up because they replenish your salts. Especially if you throw up a lot during a flare-up, it's important to replenish your salt. Popsicles, they cool you down and they have sugar in them. My favorite are Calippo Coke. Tea or other yummy drinks like soft drinks. Again, it's really important that we drink something sugary or we eat something sugary when we're in a flare-up and we might not be able to eat or drink anything else. Like if we have to throw up or we just don't have an appetite. It's a good way to get some calories into you. Coke in particular is good to drink when I'm in a flare-up because it has a bit of caffeine in it. WhatsApp or whatever you use to keep in touch with friends and family. Light exercises like gentle stretches or Tai Chi or anything that gets you moving for a little bit without overexerting yourself. And I'll be honest with you, when I am in the depth of my flare-up, walking from my bedroom to the toilet is enough exercise. Sleep aids like eye masks or lavender or white noise or whatever, anything that can help you fall asleep. Notebook and pens, in case my jaw is painful and I need to find another way to communicate. You could of course also use the Note app on your phone. Because flare-ups are a big part of life with Ehlers-Danlos, I make sure that I'm always prepared for a flare-up. And I do that by always having easy meals in my freezer to make sure that I can eat without having to go through the hassle of cooking. I always have popsicles in my freezer. I always have crisps in the pantry. I always make sure that I have an ice pack in the freezer and a heat pack ready to go. If I know that I might get a flare-up at a certain time, because I will be busy before, I make sure to keep a couple of days free in my agenda to give myself time to rest, to hopefully prevent a flare-up, but also to give myself the possibility to rest if I am in a flare-up. When it comes to cancelling plans because I'm in a flare-up, that's always something that I found really difficult. But recently I've just started saying, look, I have a really bad pain day, can we please reschedule? And I've had positive responses so far. After a flare-up, when I'm feeling a bit better, I often want to do all of the things that I couldn't do before because I was in a flare-up. But I've noticed that my body is still a bit fragile, and if I do too much, I will just go straight back into having another flare-up. So for me, I try to do nice things without overexerting myself. Doing it slowly building up over a period of time, for example a week or 2 weeks. This has really helped me to not go back straight into another flare-up. So I'm still learning how to deal with flare-ups. But these are some of the things that I've noticed over the years really do help me. And I hope that this video was useful to you too. This was it for this week. Bye!